Hi guys, it's Mark here again from 30plusbootcampblog.co.uk, and I'm here today just to take it back to basics a little bit. I want to show you a bodyweight squat and how to do the right technique. Now a lot of you might be thinking, well hey, hang on, you've shown us how to do bodyweight squats because squats are in your bodyweight business part 1 and part 2. And that's fine, of course I've shown you. However, the reason I want to show you the teaching points and the techniques is because I'm actually getting a lot of new people come to my bootcamp, a lot of guys, and I ask them to do a squat and they're obviously not working to the full range of movement or their technique is wrong. So I would imagine that some of you at home who are following my videos are doing the same. And whilst you're following the circuits, that's fantastic, but I do want you to be working to a full range of movement and with the correct technique to avoid getting injured. And again, you know, in the gym these days, I see a lot of young lads especially coming into the gym, they're heading straight for the squat rack and they're putting anywhere between 80 and 100k and they're just doing basically a half squat. They've got no right to be squatting any type of weight until they can do a bodyweight squat. And a lot of you might be thinking, oh well, this is really easy, but I'm going to show you how to do it correctly and I'm going to show you where people go wrong. So the bodyweight squat, I'm about to show you how to do it properly. Now, the bodyweight squat is the first exercise I teach to any of my personal training clients and any of my bootcamp clients. I'm going to show you how people go wrong at first, okay? So the reason I've lined up here on a line is because I want to show you what incorrect form is. Now the first thing I generally see people make a mistake with when they do a bodyweight squat is that the knees go over the front of the toes. This is called overpronation, and we don't want any overpronation when we do a squat. Remember, we're trying to work the deep glute muscles here. By going up onto your toes and overpronating, we're not really working the glutes at all, okay? The second mistake I see people make is, even if they're not overpronating, they're only working to a half range of movement. Now again, that is not really activating the glutes to its fullest potential, okay? This is what I would call a half squat, and this is what I am seeing a lot of young lads do in the gym, you know, with heavy weight on their back. The third thing I see, people may not be overpronating, they might be working to a good range of movement, but then they start bowing. And especially when I'm doing a boot camp and I say to the guys, listen, give me 20 squats. All of a sudden, they're trying to race and they start bowing. Well, that is not a squat, okay? So I'm going to teach you how to do it properly. Now, a little trick I got taught about a year ago by one of my fellow personal trainers is quite simply, when you do a bodyweight squat, push your hips back, the first movement. Push your hips back, and then you're sitting almost onto your heels, okay? So you can almost wiggle your toes. You're not on your toes, you're on your heels. And then you drive up straight. Now obviously I'm teaching this every day, so I'm hoping I make that look quite easy. But what you may find when you start working to a full range of movement is that when you go down all the way, you might fall back, okay? So you really need to work and be careful. Now what I might suggest, if you do find that you fall back, is just use a sofa in your house or a bench as something that you can squat to, okay? So let's just go through it again. I'm going to relax my upper body, hold my shoulders back with a nice posture, and the first movement is I'm going to push my hips back, and I'm sat on my heels. Now I'm not bowing, I'm keeping a nice straight back, and then I drive up, and then I push my hips forward as I drive up. So I'm going to show you 5 again. I'm breathing in on the way down, and out on the way up. Watch for the full range of movement. Hips back, and 2. Hips back, and 3. Hips back, and 4. And hips back, and 5. What I'm actually doing there is squatting to a full range of movement. I'm working the muscle to its maximum, and I'm not cheating the range. So with this, I'm going to get a lot more benefits from this fantastic exercise. So guys, if you're watching the videos and you're following the blog, next time you're trying the bodyweight business part 1 and part 2, we don't want to see any squats like this, okay? This is not a squat. Also, we don't want to see you coming up on your toes. This is not a squat, okay? Push the hips back, sit onto the heels, and drive up. You might even want to try literally just sitting in this position for a while. This is not easy. This has taken quite a lot of practice over time for me to actually sit and do that. Okay guys, this is Mark from 30plusbootcampblog.co.uk, showing you how to do the basics of a bodyweight squat. I hope this helps, and I'll see you soon.